What does an elephant in the room mean? What is it even doing in the room and how did it get there? And why does a fat chance and a slim chance mean the same thing? We're talking about English idioms. They can be quite confusing, but they're fun to learn and also can help you sound like a native speaker. So the idioms are words or phrases that aren't meant to be taken literally. They exist in every language, and they often advise about how to live and also transmit some underlying ideas, principles, and values of a certain culture or society. English speakers use idioms constantly, which can be amusing or frustrating for those who are still learning the language. To help you improve your fluency or even just give you a chuckle, we put on a list of the most common used English idioms, which can definitely help you truly communicate as a native speaker. We're going to start off with a piece of cake. Piece of cake, it's meaning when something is very easy to do or accomplish. Used in a sentence, it could sound as I was nervous about my driving test, but it ended up being a piece of cake. Another one is add fuel to the fire. That is when someone does something to make a bad situation even worse. For example, when she started laughing during the argument, it really added fuel to the fire. Then we have out of the blue, which means when something randomly or unexpectedly happens. For example, my parents visited me this weekend out of the blue. Another one, which is very famous actually, commonly used, cut your tongue, which means unable to speak or think of something to say. For example, you're being very quiet. Cut your tongue. Another one. It's all Greek to me, which means something which is very hard to understand. For example, I have tried learning the rules to cricket, but it's all Greek to me. Then we have beat around the bush. It means when you're trying to avoid something, usually because it's uncomfortable. For example, stop beating around the bush and just tell me the truth. Okay, another one is, yeah, when pigs fly. This is when something is really unlikely to happen and it's often said mockingly. For example, doctors will recommend all dessert diets when pigs fly, as in never. Head in the clouds, it's meaning oblivious or having unrealistic ideas. For example, he has his head in the clouds if he thinks he can pass the test without studying. Another one is hold your horses, which means wait a minute, be patient. For example, he still hasn't finished the breakfast yet, so please hold your horses. Another one is speak of the devil, which means the person we were just talking about showed up. For example, speaking of the devil, there's Kevin. Another one is wouldn't be caught dead, which means would never like to do something. For example, she wouldn't be caught dead wearing that dress. Call it a day. Call it a day means to stop working on something. For example, it's almost 9 p.m. I think I should call it a day and just finish the article by tomorrow. Cold feet happens very often to get nervous or to have second thoughts about doing something. For example, he's getting cold feet about the wedding, but I actually tried to comfort him and told him it was perfectly normal. Another one is ring a bell, which means when something seems familiar or you've heard it before. For example, this name does ring a bell, but I can't really think why. Sleep on it. Sleep on it means to delay making a decision for a short period of time. For example, I think I should sleep on it and I can just get back to you by tomorrow. Then we have best of both worlds, which means having all the advantages. For example, he had the best of both worlds until she found out he was cheating on her. Last but not least is the whole 9 yards, which means a whole of something, everything. For example, he'd go the whole 9 yards for her. He loves her that much. Well, there you have it. So which one is your favorite? And which one should make the list? Do share with us in the comments, and thanks for watching.